in this video, I am going to be making a guide on how to successfully just exfil safely from the dungeon in Dungeonborne, as well as just how to make money while doing it. So let's say you're pretty broke and maybe you don't have many materials or anything like that. This is going to be a guide for just how to go from absolutely nothing to something, and then you can either keep doing that to get more somethings, or like go on to one of the harder levels to get better somethings, and stuff like that. So I'm playing as a Cryomancer because of their Frost Barrier ability, their E ability. They can heal themselves, and I know that in the patch notes it says, actually, you know what, why don't I go ahead and start the game while I'm talking? I know that in the patch notes it says that it doesn't cost any, I mean, it costs energy to use. I have not found that. I still don't think that this costs any energy to use. If I use my Q in the lobby, it uses energy, but if I press E, it really doesn't look like it uses any energy to me. So I don't know what's up with that. I don't know if that's a bug or something, but it definitely doesn't seem like it uses any energy to me. So it's always going to be available to you, which means if you get hit by some type of NPC or mob, then you can just use that to heal, and that's going to save a lot of money over time. If you don't bring in any healing potions or any bandages, that Ice Storm, that E ability, is going to save you a lot of money, or like materials, like the Cloudy Life Essence material. So when you spawn into the first room, pop open that chest and take whatever you want. You can obviously come in as whatever class you want. I just think if you come in as a Cryomancer, it's going to give you a very, very easy time. And both their abilities, both Ice Storm and Frostbite Curse, are very good. I'm just running Ice Storm because I think that is going to be slightly better in solos, whereas Frostbite Curse I think would be better in duos. Straight away, I hear someone, and I'm going to go for this fight because sometimes people have good stuff at the start. They're to the right, it would seem. So I'm just going to go straight for the PvP here. You can't just run away from this if you don't want to, but I do want to right now. They open this chest, so it sounds like they're going to be close. They open something to the right. They open that door. I see. Did you hear me open my door? Doesn't seem like it. Here we go. Let's go. Oh, I used that a little bit early, but that's okay. You're going to be very slow. I'm going to try and charge towards me. I don't think that's going to work for you that well. I'm going to use my lightning on you. I'm going to block you out of that. You're still standing in the lightning, bro. You're probably going to try and heal now. Yeah, you're trying to bandage. That's not going to work out for you. I'm sorry. I would like to heal, actually. Oh, no, it's okay. So let's close this door if we can. Oh, I'd like to close the door. Ooh! Okay. Okay, we made it. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Gotta reassure myself there. So, yeah, Ice Storm is just very, very powerful. If you just use that on someone, it's basically just gonna take them out, especially if you pair it with some well-placed lightning storms. But I did also use my E ability to try and, like, block them off and keep them in the lightning storm. Obviously, if you've got a poor staff, which, again, I do, it's not going to do that much damage, but it does do something. Right now, I'm just charging up my staff. Again, you angry at me still? Why did you, like, power up? I don't know. Anyway, I'm just going to heal up here, and then I guess I'm going to have to figure out a different way of going around here to loot this person. The door is there. Or I could kill the Minotaur. I don't think I'm going to do that, though. Normally, in these circumstances, I would try and find a different way round to this Minotaur, and I would go and loot that person. However, in this video, I'm not going to, because killing the Minotaur is just going to take a lot of time, and the general game plan in Sinner's End is to kind of get near this central room. I'm probably going to end up on either the western or southern side of this room, like the room in the center of the map, and then once you're at the center room, just go to all sides of it. So, like, go to the west, go to the north, go to the east, and then go to the south, or in whichever order you want. And then once you do that, you'll probably run into someone, and if you can take them out, they'll probably have good loot. If you don't want to PvP, there's probably going to be portals there, because it's in the center of the map, right? So if you can clear a couple rooms there, and then just wait for a portal, then you can skedaddle with all your hard-earned loot. I am very confused about which way I have to go. That's a skeleton. Well, I guess I could go that way. Yeah, that will kind of be the right way. So I'm going to bait the skeleton so it attacks me while standing in the lightning storm. I'm going to have to use a second lightning storm on it, and I'm probably going to finish it off with some ice or a sword attack, like so. No? Yeah, okay. So when you're using the lightning staff, oh, yes, please. When you're using a lightning staff, you either want to slow the enemy down so they stay inside it for longer, or you want to bait their attack so they also stay inside it for longer. You just want them to stay inside for the full combo, because once you have a good staff that like one-shots a lot of things, It also doesn't one-shot a lot of things, but it does a lot more damage if they're inside it for the full combo. This is not going well for me. 1v1ing a fly and I'm losing right now. Okay. So also, if you're ever low, like I got pretty low from that fight, you'll note I've got a healing potion because I picked that up from somewhere. But I'm not using it because I really don't need to right now. I could just use my E's. I can wait for those 40-second cooldowns. I'm pretty confident in my ability to not get hit by the AI. If I really need to, then I can use it and then enter the ice block for like mega heals. But I just don't really need to use it right now, so I'm simply hanging on to that so I can either put it back into my stash if I successfully exfil, or use it in a PvP fight if another one occurs. I know at the start of the game in the lobby, I think there are only 3 people though, so I don't know how likely it is that I'm going to run into another person, but it might happen. That goblin doesn't like me very much. If you ever see a skeleton on the floor like this, you can ping them if you don't know if it's an enemy or not, if you think it's just like regular bones, but that is an enemy. So I'm simply going to double lightning staff that to wake it up, and now it's going to be super low. The goblin's attacks can mainly be avoided by sidestepping, which I did not do well there at all. I think these are still going to have some health left, so I'm simply just going to use my Ice Storm on this. Goblin is dead. Oh no, it's not. The goblin is feisty. I'm going to back away from that and just block because of the damage reduction, and now I'm going to heal. Using Ice Storm on AI is always going to be a smart choice, especially if there's like multiple. So there were 2 enemies, and I took them both out with 1 Ice Storm, and that, like, now I have full energy back again. So don't be afraid to use your abilities, especially as a Cryomancer, because if it's something like a Pyromancer, then yeah, you need mana potions, and yeah, that recovers fairly slowly over time, so it makes sense to be a bit more hesitant to use it and kind of save it for like bosses or a tricky situation or PvP. But as a Cryomancer, you can really just use your abilities whenever you want, if you know that you're going to kill the enemy, and if you know you're going to get like good amounts of the energy back from killing said enemy, if that makes sense. I am actually going to use my Ice Storm right now because I don't really have anything to kill this thing with, and I want to also enter my ice so I can regenerate some more health. The skeleton is dead. I'm going to wait for the rest of this health to come back, and now I'm going to get my ice back from this person. Sometimes the camera goes funny when you get out of the Cryomancer, the Cryomancer's ice block, but that's okay. I do like faith. I do like faith. I need 10 faith. If I get a plus 10 necklace, I will have a passive. Always pay attention to what passives you're kind of going for, what passives your class likes, and if you can, while you're in-game, try and kind of put on the necklaces and rings that suit your passive. Because it's one thing to like come out of the game and then sort it, but it's going to be better to sort it in-game and then like just achieve the passives in-game, and then it's less sorting to do afterwards as well. I'm going to bait that so you stay in it, and now you are dead. I'm going to take this. A skeletal spearman killed someone. Okay, that is a green orb, so my sword is going to be regenerating right now. That's okay. There is a Minotaur in this room, so I do have to watch out for that. I think they're not called Minotaurs. I think they're called Wendigos. There's a Wendigo in this room. I gotta watch out for that. They might actually not even be called Wendigos. I'm not entirely sure. So I just got another lightning staff, which means I could double lightning staff, but I don't really like doing that. It definitely could be okay. You know what? Well, I don't know. You can definitely double lightning staff if you're pairing it with the storm. But I do also like being able to kill AI fairly quickly without having to use the staff. So that is there. I might actually compare them. +8, +8.3, +8, +8.1. So the one I have on is better, and I'm going to keep that one on reserve just in case. So where am I right now? I want to go this way. I lost my way a little bit there. I want to go back around this way and then up and over here. So always be opening the map. Like opening the map and looking at where you are. It's just really handy, and it's going to save you. Did the Minotaur aggro, or is that the zombie? I think it's just the zombie, right? Opening the map is going to save you a lot of time later on as well, because if you're already in the center of the map, then you definitely don't have to worry about the ring as much. So what I want to do right now is aggro both of you, and I want to use a nice light storm here so I get all my lovely energy back. I'm going to pair this with one of these, and then I'm also going to put on this searing staff that I just picked up. I do quite like having a searing staff and a lightning staff on at the same time. Searing staff is just really, really good from far away. You know what? I'm going to switch these because I like having the searing staff on number 1. Beware when you do switch stuff, it changes their charge, so you have to fully charge them up again, but I don't really mind. I can just charge it. I just like having my primary weapon on 1 and my secondary weapon on 2, and I just kind of register the searing staff as the primary weapon when I have these two specific items on right now. That chest, from my experience, is never really that worth it. I think it has some type of like guaranteed drop depending on which difficulty you're playing on. Like, for example, in this mode, it might do a guaranteed green drop. I'm not actually too sure what it is. Did I hear something? No, I don't think so. Anyway, probably going to go through this door now. You don't have to fully charge the staff because they do charge automatically over time, so be aware of that. So I'm just letting that lightning staff kind of charge on its own. So yeah, if I clear this room this way, then I can also wrap around the main central room, which is kind of the plan. If there's like another person in this lobby, I would like to eliminate them and then exfil, because I wasn't able to loot the first person because there is a scary boss mob there. I also don't have to loot someone though. If I can just exfil, that would be fine, and the portals are likely going to spawn around the center. Yeah, so now we have started running out of space, and I'm going to drop the kind of gray sellables because I just prefer dismantling stuff. Heirlooms are very, 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 very good, especially if you're poor. If you're poor, heirlooms are like the MVP. They're really going to help you out reaching those... That is not what I meant to press. Reaching those gear scores for the higher levels. If you have 3 green heirlooms, green is the starting level for heirlooms, and if you've got 3 of them, so like 1 necklace or ring, and then 1 armor piece, and then 1 weapon, you can get into Clozo Castle, which is like a 6 gear score. And if you've got like 2 blue things and 1 green thing, then you'll be able to get into, or you'll almost be able to get into Sitter's End, which I think is 9 difficulty. So heirlooms really, really, really do help. Do not sleep on them. They're very powerful, so... That's why I prefer taking, like, the gloves instead of the horn, because even though I can sell the horn, I can dismantle the gloves for heirloom materials, which is going to be much more beneficial, because I can do more with the heirloom materials than I could from, like, the 50 gold from selling it, so that's why you want to keep that. I'm going to kill this bat, and there was a skeleton in there as well. Why can I see the storm that way? Ah, because that way is the storm, I see. I can still wrap around here, though this isn't really the central room anymore, but I can still wrap around this room. If you wanted to, you could also, like, just always head towards the center point, because that's where it's most likely going to be where the portals are. But I'm pretty okay staying here right now. I'm not in much danger or anything. Someone entered the next level, so do always pay attention to the chat. At the start of the game, when I was loading in, I saw that 3 people were in the lobby. I killed one, and then a skeleton killed one. And now someone has entered the next level. So I'm pretty sure I'm the last person in here, unless a couple of people joined the lobby very, very last second. So what I might actually do right now is I'm just going to try and find a portal. Because I think my hopes of killing someone else and taking their stuff is no longer possible. If you really wanted to, you could go back to wherever you killed the... You know what? Why don't we go back to where I killed the person at the start? Because I don't think anyone else is going to be in the game. And that Minotaur is going to have de-aggroed at this point. Someone in the comments is probably going to tell me it's not called a Minotaur. There is an archer aiming at me, yes. So this is how we deal with that. That is not the right staff. Okay. Archers are really, really, really easy to kill with lightning staff, so you should always just use that against archers, whether it's a goblin one or a skeleton one. If they're just standing still once they're within range, so... It makes it really, really, really easy to kill them with the lightning stuff. Just using my E to get back to full. Not full, which is really annoying. But that's okay, I'm very close to full. So yeah, the person's body was this way and then the left. I'm not going to have a whole lot of time to loot it. But I do kind of want to loot it. There's a portal right there as well. That's very handy. It's like barely in the ring. But even if it's not in the ring, I can just get it later. So I'm pretty sure this is the right way. I think the person I killed was like on the left-hand side, so... I would imagine there's going to be a way... Ah, there's a portal there as well, but you look at that. It's like the game wants me to loot this person and then get out. It was on the left, so I need to go right. Let's take out this fly real quick. I can slow the Minotaur down if I need to, but I just don't really want to aggro it at all. Maybe it can't deal with stairs very well. Ah, you're going to hit me from there, are you? Back to full HP while it dies to the storm. I'm gonna cancel it after this, so I didn't know the white ones shot 2 at once. I thought that was save for the red ones, but I was wrong. I stand corrected. Minotaur didn't aggro from that. That's nice, so that means I'm probably gonna be able to loot this person. Nice white robe there. I don't really care about that chest, and I am confused. How do I get to where I want to go? I wonder if it's this way. Let's go explore. I think it might be this way. Is the door gonna be here somewhere? The door I killed the person next to? It certainly might be. It looks like it's going to be if I turn right here and then open the door? Or am I very mistaken about where I killed this person? This seems familiar. I feel like I'm getting warmer. I don't think it was down the stairs. It looks like it could be this way. Okay. So paying attention to the map and like the locations of where stuff happened is also very good because it has allowed me to, at the end of this match, come all the way back to this person, take his healing potions and his nice green boots as well. I'm gonna drop both of these to take those boots. I do want that. And I want this. That's a common sword and a sturdy crossbow. So I'm going to drop this. And then I don't think I can organize this in such a way to make it so that I can take the crossbow. But I certainly might be able to if we push that up. Hey, lovely. And now I've got a crossbow as well. So also being able to quickly organize your loot is going to be helpful. And I'm just simply going to open the portal. So yeah, going into that, it always says at the top of the screen, assuming you don't load in too quickly, how many people there are in the lobby. And just retaining that piece of knowledge and then paying attention to the chat in the top right is just going to make it a lot easier in the late game for kind of just doing whatever you want. So I kind of calculated that the chances of someone else being in that lobby were super duper low. So I was able to just kind of circle all the way back round to that person's body without much trouble. And I was able to just loot him, even though I killed him right at the start, because I remembered where they were on the map. Then I just opened a portal which happened to be there, and I was able to successfully exfil. So, oh, I'm spectating. I guess I didn't press the return to lobby button. Okay, back to the lobby. Good, that was very confusing for a split second. So, this is going to be all of my stuff. First thing you want to do is go to the merchant and sell all the sellables. So I think I only have the horse. And then what you want to do is go to the heirloom tab, and just dismantle pretty much everything unless you want to save it. I don't really care about saving any of this stuff. I don't think I need dexterity rings. I don't need the crossbow. So I'm just going to dismantle literally everything. That's going to give me a lot of materials, which is nice. And then in this tab, I'm going to nicely place my bandages and healing potions, as well as my smoke screen flask and my life essence, as well as this and these mana potions. And you can keep these. So the point of this video was to show that you can like go in with nothing and come out with stuff. I actually don't think I care about this faith stuff. I think will is better. So I will keep that will necklace on, and I will actually dismantle those. So the point of this video was to show that you could go in with nothing and come out with stuff. And in this video I came out with lots of stuff, but the stuff I'm keeping on me is the will, because I want to reach this will passive, and then also a bunch of healing potions, but I'm going to keep 3 on me, because that's going to allow me to go in a little bit more brave in the next game. And then I also have a searing staff and a lightning staff, and they're both white instead of grey, so they're slightly better. And also I prefer this loadout than having the sword. So this was just a game where I went in with absolutely nothing on me, and I came out with better stuff. I do think I got a bit unlucky that I didn't find like a green staff or a green sword or something. I probably could have stayed there a little bit longer. I probably could have tried to get into the next level if I wanted to, but I wanted to keep this video relatively short and just straightforward for everyone. And who knows, if this does well, then maybe I'll do a match, like I'll do a game where I go into a classic game, whether it's on Clozo Castle or Sinner's End, with like the minimum requirements, so 6 gear score for Clozo Castle or 9 gear score for Sinner's End, and I'll do like the same thing, but obviously it's going to be a little bit higher stakes because I'll be getting better stuff and going in with slightly better stuff as well. So I've got more to lose, but I've also got much more to gain. So if you like this video, then leave a like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments down below, and then maybe I'll do... Woof, that was a voice crack, and then maybe I'll do another one of these. So yeah, there you go. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be it for this video. If you liked it, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Farewell.